Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and we're back to Southwest Championship Wrestling. Now, last episode, we obviously had our first fan. We got our roster, pretty decent people. I mean, we had that first show. It really wasn't anything too crazy, but it's a good start. We're going to have our second free show here, and this is kind of semi important, obviously, to everything because we need to do good, and we have a lot of people going here. So I'm actually going to move this second show to Monday. I know we probably shouldn't, but I just saw how bad that was. It wasn't that bad when I first was simming. And then we obviously got our next Friday show that has everything wide open. So let's just sim to that. We'll just talk a little bit more. Obviously, the couple changes I did just from the first episode, first show, I changed it to the style of wrestling that I did want to, which is like luchador slobber knocker. Basically, it's the same thing where we have like a still to show slash high spots at the end, but we also have a mayhem match that we do instead of the technical masterclass because we didn't really have any technician type wrestlers, and our match wasn't bad last time. But I think the mayhem will also help some of the wrestlers that are around like the 30s and stuff because they can have a match, and I think they get a little bit of a boost if they look, not the greatest. So I'm fine with that because it'll be something good, and I kind of want to see where the rest of the roster stands with that. Everybody did pretty good. Most people are around 30, which is probably about where we're gonna be at just for the team and stuff what we got. But that's just what happens. So we go back to this. It only says Viva Van's gone. Uh, doesn't mean she's necessarily took a booking, but like she can and does have like I guess the ability that she could be booked. So night off, we're not going to worry about that. Viva Van is here, so it doesn't even matter. Southwest, 90 fans coming here. I mean, a free show for 90 fans is not bad. Sound system went AWOL, so that's going to hurt our overall show. Not what I really wanted to hear, but could be worse. I'm going to grab a storyline idea. We don't have anything. It's Brooke Havoc. Okay, I didn't really want it to be somebody in Pacific. Most of the gimmicks went pretty good, so I don't think we did another one of those. Let's get a character creative finish that also is Kevin Knight. That's going to be good and a safe bet. Both of those are going to be good. Yeah. So Ollie Brown failed to show up for a scheduled meeting as road agent. I think we're just going to have to give him a slap on the wrist right about now. We only have one referee. Megan Bain and Jack Carwell began dating. Both people we want to keep on the roster long term, so that's good. They'll have good morale with each other until they break up, and if they break up, then we're gonna have some problems. So everybody gets a little bit of training. Looks like everything backstage. I mean, I think it's like Chic or Sheik. I don't know exactly how you say it, but she's been solid. I mean, being our trainer and helping a lot of different things, it's been great. I'm gonna go team bonding. Everybody has a good relationship, so hopefully just strengthen a bunch of the relationships right now. And let's jump into the show. Obviously, we have our two champions. I kind of want to put both of them on the card, even though it's gonna be a little expensive. Let's go maybe just having one. Let's see. Let's go with Kevin Knight because we have the thing, the card for it. So let's get Kevin Knight in there. Morale's pretty good. He is a face, so we can just start working him down the line for the heels. I want to see what he can do, so we're gonna put him against Ice Williams. Make it 12 minutes. I think we'll be pretty good to not like have any like problems of like duplicate matches until we can figure out what we want to do with him. Hopefully, one of these will have great chemistry, and that will be the first storyline that we kick off. Let's go with that with the Kevin Knight. I think I'll save the other finish for whenever we have Megan Bain have a championship run or like match or whatever. So now we can just start working on momentums and stuff. We have a heel champion, so I think a lot of these heels are going to get over on our baby faces so they can get a little bit better. So let's have Havoc versus Hollow Dead, and we'll have Hollow Dead pick up the win. Put that as a second match. Might move it around depending on what else we're going to put on this card. Viva Van is the other heel. I'll have her against Dark Sheik, and we'll have Viva Van take up the win. Just so we can build up our heels a little bit. And I did it the opposite way. I need to build up the faces because our champion's a heel. So that almost was tragic. So we want Dark Sheik to win this, and we want Brooke Havoc to win this one. That is what we were trying to do. I was like, man, what, like we almost could have screwed all that up. It wouldn't have been that bad, but it also wouldn't have been that good. Then we have We could put another match on this card. It's going to be probably a mayhem match, but doesn't necessarily have to be. So Eric Hammer, obviously, he's going to be the guy that gets a lot of losses here. Let's go him against Jackson Drake. We're going to have Drake win this match so he can get some momentum. And then we need a what do you call it, mayhem match. I think the Hollow Dead and Havoc match is going to be our lowest rated match, so let's get it with the mayhem tag, and that should get it a little bit better. Not a bad card. 50 minutes here. We are under $1,000, 760. That is kind of where I want to go because we're going to spend a little bit much more money on those PLE shows by having all the championships on it. So this is pretty good. Nobody will really be upset to be missing on the card because it's only going to be one, and we'll rotate it in. Holodead versus Brooke Havoc. The chaotic, and they had a good chemistry for each other, so I think I'll make this as like a minor storyline. I don't know how much storyline like really does things in here, but I want to kind of really heavily focus on when we have some good chemistry that we can put it into a decent storyline, especially for people that are at the bottom of the card that need that extra little bit to get over. So Brooke Havoc with the win. I like it here. Then we got Jackson Drake defeating Eric Hammer. Actually, both of them were pretty bad on this. This might have been the Mayhem match, actually. Um, but didn't happen. Okay. Then Dark Sheik defeats Viva Van. Dark Sheik had a 38, so that was good. And then our main event is a 39, not the greatest. Kevin Knight only had a 45 this time. The greater finish was a success. Uh, Ice Williams put in a 22. Definitely our worst, I think, wrestler altogether. But we also had the troubles with the thing, so our whole show wasn't the greatest. Let's see. Let's start. I don't even know who else we'll give. We'll just give it to the ref for the current being time. Let's do that. Let's put the report. It's $1,000 loss altogether. Not too bad. We didn't get the popularity point. We're gonna go for the end of the month and hope to just score it on the PLE. If not, it'll be kind of unfortunate. But we just, I always struggle to get it that first month. I don't know how easy or hard it is. Anytime I've ever done these type of challenges, even if I just do them for fun on the side, it's I always never know. Um, like if I'm gonna get that one number one right off the bat. Hidden gems we'll look at just for a second. I get kind of obsessed with kind of looking for some people. We got Hoodfoot here, $40. He's pretty well known. Um, I'll take him in as a temporary person because we could use one more temp guy. Let's see. Who is this guy? He definitely, yeah, he did work for NXT. 190 though. Oof, that's not gonna be me. I forgot, like, all of these are going to change because we changed the type of fighting that we do. Okay, well, I like getting at least one guy in here. He could be right off the bat getting a title opportunity. Let's go with the storyline we had, which was it Havoc and Dead? And then we can apply that card soon to make the storyline much better. So we're going to just start that off and we'll go to the event. It's only 3 days away, so it won't be too bad of simming. I think we got a little bit of a roster here that, obviously needs some TLC. Like I said, I really want to build up Megan Bain, really want to build up Kevin Knight. I think those two will be great champions for the long term, and then we'll kind of just try to build up somebody to dethrone them and or at least have some really good rivalries. I kind of think that's the best shot. I'm not really sure exactly how much the storyline helps the product as much. I know there's certain like products where it helps better. I don't know if it helps ours at all, but I kind of want to see if we can do that. Kind of focus in on like some long-term storytelling rivalries. Like we just started that one. Maybe we'll end that in a couple months and, have matches, tag matches. Go up here and with a heel. That's perfect. Viva Van left CMLL. That's cool. Let's look at our stuff. Yes, no, everybody's clear. Just gotta make sure, because we don't want to like have both champions out or something. Yeah, I think that's good. We'll just keep going. I think we have a pretty, like I said, a pretty decent starting roster, and we could really make the matches a little cheaper if we decide to like double up somebody. I feel like in the time being, I'd rather have our guys have the match and spend a little extra money. It's not always the most ideal situation, but like they just need time out there, especially because they are probably not getting a lot of outside, stuff. Maybe they are, but I don't think they are. So let's go into our first PLE. I'm gonna have some theme PLEs. I already have some ideas from different stuff, and so we will get to those when we get to those. Oh, wow, his gimmick is still poor, but I don't think we have him for a super long time. Yeah, it's only 90 days, so I'm not gonna worry about fixing that. We do need to fix the ref one. I forgot all about that. 60 people here, so about 30 less people when they get paid, when they have to pay to get here. That's not the greatest feeling, but it works. We'll go with two creative finishes here. They're just kind of out there. Uh, Sometimes it does that. I'll just whatever. Put that there. Sean Legacy and Johnny Robbie began the date. Good and bad, Just a little bit of training, no other incidents. I'll take it. A little bit more team bonding. We don't really have anything else we want to attempt here. And let's jump into it. So Kevin Knight's been in the 45s. Megan Bain's been a little higher, so I think I want to give Megan Bain the main event. Where is Megan Bain? There she is. We'll put Megan Bain. She's a heel. I think Havoc has probably the best vein of it. So let's do this. We're gonna have it for the title, and I want to put a little bit of different spice on this. So we're gonna go Megan Bain winning. It's gonna be steal your show, steal the show. We're going to play a card, our safe bet card. I want to also have interference with what is it, Holler Dead, because that should build up their storyline too. And I think that is a pretty solid one. Gonna struggle in a match that length. I just made it 12 minutes, so I'll just that's fine. 10's fine. That's fine. I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much. And then we'll do the men's match. We'll do Kevin Knight against Hoodfoot. First match between the two. Kevin Knight will win this. Let's see. We can book him with a bit of a gamble for the men's title. Make this 12 minutes to make sure we got on the time. Then I think I'll do a women's tag match. I think I have enough people for this. So we'll go Dark Sheik. I want Hollow Dead on the other side. Put Robbie on this side, and then Viva Van on this side. Yeah, that's what I kind of want to do. I'll leave this one up to just whatever happening. And then let's just do a men's tag match also while we have the time. So Sean Legacy and Jackson Drake, they're the two faces, right? Against Jack Cartwheel and Ice Williams, I think, is probably what we want to do. I feel like Ice Williams needs to get better, so he needs to have matches. But I don't know if I really want to do this one, but let's just do it for the time being. Honestly, Phil, this could be a good high spot match, but we don't need to play it. What's going to be the worst match out of the two? I'm going to go with the men this time. I went with the women last time, and they did okay. Men did terrible, so let's do that. Total show, $1,200. Only thing we didn't use was Eric Hammer. Probably be a little upset, but we'll make sure we use him on the next one. So let's jump into it. So 38 off the bat. The mayhem didn't seem to really help too much. I mean, Jack Harwood got a 45, so if that boosted him at all, that's great. 38's pretty good. Women come on next for 36. Dark Sheik and Johnny Robbie had no tag team fan. Good to know. Kind of just wanted to do it to get them on the card. The heels win here. And then we get to the men's title match. Also not good. 35. Great finish was not good. Hoodfoot didn't do great. I guess we'll have to look at that. Maybe getting rid of him if he can't, perform. Separated shoulder for Megan Bain. That is disastrous. By Brooke Havoc. I don't know if she did it like had it if it was her problem, like her fault. Success 35 for the show, 36 overall. Let's see what happens here. We got the injury coming up. Hopefully it's a short one. We have a little bit of time. Megan Bain and Kevin Knight. give the Ida boys to. Oof, I'm just like kind of scared. 18 days can work. I will probably not use her in 18 days. Just let her get better. Lost $1,000 on the show. Did actually have money coming in this time because we had ticket sales and $420. I think we'll sim to the end of the month and kind of look at our monthly totals and then let Megan Bain get some rest. I I think we dodged a bullet there. Obviously could have been a lot worse, like a lot worse. Yeah, Megan Bain hurt. At least it wasn't also the other person's fault because that could also really do. I think I also didn't see, and I might have just missed it. Wait, let me stop this real fast. Oh no, don't close the program. Wait for it to respond. It's okay. I also didn't see, and maybe I just missed it, that like the main event had Hollow Dead attacking Brooke Havoc. I don't know if that advanced their storyline. I don't know if it does. I thought it did, but like I can check it now that I'm here. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it did do it. Okay. I don't know if it made a note of it or not. Let's go to the end of the current month. That's what I wanted to go. I didn't want to go all the way to the next show. It doesn't really honestly matter too much because it will stop, taking whatever for the next month. But I just wanted to make sure that we look at it before we end the episode. I feel like it's coming together. I'm still a little concerned. I kind of feel like we need another like man that might be a little bit better because we got two guys in the like 20s area, and I kind of don't like that. I at least like to be in the 30s. Like if you have one match that dips down, it's not the worst thing. The women seem to be pretty solid. I like the women that we got here. I think most of them have done pretty good. We don't really have anybody challenging Megan Bain like on the level of like that, but we were also only paying most of them between $30 to $40, so I can't really complain that we have some structures and some stuff that we need to work on. But I like this. I do think that I have a couple ideas. I did kind of eventually wanted to do kind of like a continental classic type thing, like a bracket thing. But we probably should do like when we have like 6 or 5 people that are full time all the time, because that'd be kind of cool. I think 5 wouldn't be as bad as 6 because we don't really have the size. 5 women, 5 men, and then just have them like a round robin tournament to face each other, and then maybe they win a title opportunity. Could be something cool. We could also make it even an event and see if it gets like prestigious almost, but that might be something we do towards like the beginning of next year, just so we have a little bit of time. Because I don't want to be like everything in the first couple months, and those tournaments tend to be a little expensive sometimes because you really want to progress them for like a certain time. But I'm not. It's not like an absolute thing that we have to get. But we're about to get to this end of the month. Let's go look at our finances. It shows a loss of 4,000 right off the bat. That's pretty valid. I mean, are we losing money on those free shows? We didn't get the size up that we needed, so hopefully we can get that on the very next show. Because if we get it on the very next show, then we'll maybe not have anything else free for the rest of the month. We could also try to switch to weekly shows, but I'm kind of hoping not. But we might do like 2 regular shows, 1 free show, and then the PLE. We might do something structured like that. That might be something that could do some different stuff. We'll figure it out. But until next time, this has been Japan. Bye, guys.